Hello, hello, hello. Hi, chat. How are you all doing today? I hope you're ready. Meow. Why are we meowing? Why are we meowing? Is it a meow? Or is it a meow? Are you meowing or meow? Let's go over here. We have an interesting stream today. I've never done one of these before. Wow, you know, this year's been a first time for a lot of stuff. Well, first things first, why don't we come over to my room? Yeah. Yes. Hello. I like it. I like the differences. You're like meow and meow and mew, and then you know, there's me that's like that wants to purr, and I go. That's me purring, chat. What do you think? You like my purring? I'm very self-conscious about it, chat. The least you could do is say that you like it. And you know, I'm very, very self-conscious about it. I'm just kidding. This is my room. I thought, you know, today we're gonna do something a little special. If you've read the title and you looked at the thumbnail, today we are going to be reviewing a Live2d course. Yes, that's right. I don't know how many of you know about Yoshino art. She is a phenomenal VTuber and also a Live2d artist and modeler. I have been watching Yoshino's Live2d rigging tutorials for like the past 3 years. So maybe some of you might have seen her stuff before. Let me find my notes here. You've used her old playlist? Okay, so okay. Someone at least knows her. At least one person does. Let me grab it so I can show you. So, Yoshino art. Like I said, she is an amazing VTuber who is also Italian, and she's an artist and a Live2d rigger. And like I said, I have been following Yoshino art's tutorials for like years. I learned pretty much the majority of my Live2d stuff from her. And I found out, because of the YouTube algorithm, that she released a Live2d course. And you like this video right here? And it's actually kind of interesting because when she was announcing this course, I was really excited. Like, because the really cool thing about this course is that there's like multiple courses that she has for this. And she has like a course for everything that you could want for Live2d. Like, I'm not, she goes up, she has always gone above and beyond. So she offers, I think she actually has this time stamped. Yeah. She has like all like a bunch of materials to make this model, which I believe she calls Mio's-chan. In the classes, she has one that is for character designs. Yes. So it's not like you're just learning how to use cubism. No. She will also show you how to come up with a character design. And she'll help you go with like, you know, finding legitimate references, naming, how to like have a concise brand, and like sketching your model. And she does it for all different body types, as you can see here. She also has an art layer cutting course, which kind of shows you how to some tips and tricks on like drawing for your Live2d model, and like she uses Clip Studio Paint for it. And then she'll also show you how to cut the model up and separate it properly into different layers. And then after that is done, she has a course for face rigging. So it shows you how to do like the eyebrows, the blinking, how to do really cool like physics for all of your eyes, balls that you like to see there, and like mouth and stuff. Then she has another class for specifically just head, X, and Y angles. Which, if anyone who wants to get into Live2d, I'm sure you probably have seen really cursed images of like, you know, head turns like this. And that's because it is the hardest thing to learn. It is definitely not intuitive, especially if you don't draw. But she has a course on that. She also has like a course on doing very like specific rigging parts, such as like hip sway and knee bends and like the ZY for that stuff. And that's for like people who really like steppies and like, you know, the really cute like dancing stuff that you can do with your model. Then she has a specific course that focuses on rigging your arms and working with glue. Anyone who doesn't know anything about Live2d, glue is a nightmare. It is a nightmare. I don't understand glue. I don't. So yeah, she has a course on that. Then she has another course that specifically focuses on body X, Y, and Z, and then head Z, because if you let's put it this way. Let's say you already know how to draw, you already know how to cut stuff up, you have a model that you wanted to rig, but you want to just get like one course or something to kind of do like a one and all kind of deal, so you can get like a pretty reasonable like model. I would suggest this course because body XYZ will let your body move around, and then head Z, because here's the thing about head Z, even if you didn't do X and Y, you can fake it through head Z as long as like your body moves around a lot. PM-chan does not have angle X on her. She is only a little bit of angle Y, and it's mostly angle Z. Just to give you an example. She also has a course for eyes and hair physics. You know, if you want to get really, really flowy hair and super detailed like eye physics and jiggles and things like that. Then she also has one for skinning hair, because physics with hair and skinning are two like different things entirely. And I don't know anything about skinning, to be honest. There's certain use cases for it, and you can use like skinning with more stuff than just hair. Like a lot of people like to use skinning for tails. So if you have like a cat girl tail or like a demon tail and stuff, skinning is really useful for that. Let me see here. Then she also has a course for body and clothing physics. You know, if you want to have certain assets look really nice when they move, such as the skirt and everything. And she has like a little disclaimer. I like to talk about all of these, and because they're all separate courses, right? So, you know, she did this because let's say, you know, you already know how to draw and stuff, so you don't have to buy the drawing course. Like, you could just go straight into what it is you specifically want to learn. And what's interesting is that when this came out, I'm not even kidding you. Like, when I saw this, I was so excited because I've always watched like of other stuff, but there's never been like a complete course where you could just watch a model from like start all the way to finish. Like, that stuff is kind of hard to find. Most of the time on Live2d, you always have to find like just scattered videos everywhere. So the fact that she has pretty much everything that you could ever want to do, regardless if you are a complete newbie or, you know, you have intermediate and advanced skills, like, it's a concise, what's the word? Concise, consistent. It is a completed course. And it's in English. That is something I want to stress. It is in English because all the other courses that I would find that's like nearly completed are either in Japanese or Korean. Hers, from my understanding and my research, is the first to have a completed course in all English. And it's not translated English either. There's a difference. It is all English. And it's really nice. So, when I saw this, I started freaking out. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to get this on, you know, and commented on her Twitter. And she actually hit me up and was like, hey, would you be interested in reviewing one of my courses? And I was like, me? Yeah. And she's like, okay, so what course would you like to review? And I was like, you're giving me too much power. You're giving me too much power. So I went through all of her courses, which let me show you here. Yeah, online tutorials are usually random tips and topics all scattered unless you find a professional paid course. Yeah, and that's the thing. So, like, you know, and the tips and stuff and advice are fine, but it's really nice to just have, like, someone says, hey, this is how you start it. I'm going to show you the entire process and then also give you tips to make you go faster. So, yeah, as I was scrolling down through her whole thing, I picked, because there's a lot of courses here, right? So I had picked... the Art Layers Cutting course. This is the one that I picked. And what you get in this course is that you get the link to the video. And then it has what's it called? The folder has like a couple of different goodies. Like, it gives me like 6 female-based sketches. I also have like different cutting sheet references, so if I like forget how something's supposed to look separated, I have that as like a guide. There's also a PSD folder preset where it has all of the folders for the layers and separation stuff already like there for me, so I don't have to make all those folders and waste time like that. She also includes all of the Clip Studio Paint tools that she uses to cut and draw her models faster. And she also includes a lot of like line art and shading tricks, which, as you can see, are all highlighted here. So, with this, right, there's a lot on here, what I just said. Okay? Because I know some of you are like, oh my gosh, 250 euros, I know. She did do a discount code for like 20% off for people when it first released. But let me put it to you this way. This course alone, the fact that you get 16 bases to work with and a PSD file that already has like the folder already done for you, she allows you to use these for commissions. So all you have to do is trace over her base and then draw whatever assets you want. It is fully okay. She is fine with that, as long as you just credit her that you're using her base. And yeah, so if you're trying to do art, if you're trying to do Live2d art commissions, you can charge people $250 per model or more, and you would make your money back immediately. And all you have to do is just draw the eyes and the hair and the clothes with your style and the mouth and stuff, right? So, and she shows you how to do that all step by step with her video. It's definitely an investment, of course. Let me see here. Getting commercial rights with the lessons is a big deal. It really is. It really is. Also, if like, you know, if that is like a little bit too much for you, but you still want her base set, let me show you. Like if you're saving up for the class, you can just buy her base set for 5 euros or pounds. I don't know what symbol this is. It's only like this is like for all the bases, like the 16 bases. So it's pretty nice. I really want to, what's it called? She also includes like the PSD practice model for a Mayonnaise. And she also has like the actual rigged version of it too, with different customizable options if you just wanted to get that. And again, this is like, I actually, it's kind of interesting because I've actually bought in her Live2d head angle example study file. I've bought in this before, and I've bought in the hip sway and glue example before, and like, I'm pretty sure that one sold as me. I'm pretty sure that is me. I bought that. I bought the other one on her Gumroad when she had that a while back. And I use this tutorial all the time. I use this all the time, as well as this for like references whenever I'm trying to do like face rigging. Let me see here. Plus, not all of them are over that much money. As you can see, like, if you want to learn how to do arms and glue, because glue is really a nightmare, that one is only 40. So you'll notice that these are, so in her video when she talked about this and gave like the announcement, she did make a disclaimer because she was concerned about people complaining about the prices, and she worded it beautifully. I'm actually going to play the segment because I think the way she words it is like so spot on for people who might like be hesitant for it, right? So let me show it to you.
About the prices. You will notice how the prices are very different depending on the course. This is obviously because some of them are longer, some of them are more packed with info, some have more specific info that I believe I have refined personally more than others, so they may have inevitably a different price. Also, this course took me more than 1 year to prepare, and it contains the knowledge that I have developed with my hard work and full-time rigging during the past 3 years and more. So the prices are objectively high because of that, and also because I wanted to avoid a devaluation of rigorous hard work in learning all of this. This is because this course is literally a cheat code for you that can take you from complete beginner, you never opened Live2d, to intermediate, even high intermediate in a very short time. Therefore, this comes with its cost. Also, considering the fact that purchasing the whole course is around €1,000, but if you use this knowledge that I give you in this full course, you will be able to learn how to make VTuber models, and you can sell a model for €1,000 right after completing this course. And just like that, with only one commission, you have basically taken back this course price investment that you made. And after that, you keep all of the knowledge that you learned for all of your future commissions. All of this said, it's your choice to do this investment or not. Therefore, I will not tolerate any unrespectful opinions about the pricing. If this Yoshino class 2023 goes well, I will for sure do more next year. Maybe about shading, or also I could do more courses on rigging parts that I didn't cover in here, like animal ears or arm toggles. So feel free to comment with anything that you would like to see next. And don't worry, because I will also continue and come back and making free tutorials here on this channel. Thank you so much for your support. This project has been going on for so long that I'm super nervous to release it, but we are almost there, and I'm sure that everything will go well. I put all of my heart in this, and I understand that not everyone has the budget to do such an investment, but even just a share will be super helpful for me, more than you can imagine. This was all for today. If you reached the end of the video,
Not even joking. I am so proud of her. Like she said, she has been working on... Sorry, that was loud. I'm sorry. Like I said, she has been working on this course for over a year. And I think her prices are more than reasonable, because the amount of knowledge and advancements for Live2d for models has just advanced so much to the point where it's like a lot of people just gatekeep the information. But Yoshino is just like, I'll teach you how to do it for a price. Like, she knows her worth. And she has done a lot of VTuber children, a lot of them. And yeah, she said that she will always continue to do free tutorials as well, so it's mostly like just an investment if you want to do it. I was thankful enough to be able to try one of her courses, and after like I had already what's it called? I showed you which one I was doing, right? Hold on, let me see here. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm doing the one that's the art one. So I could have picked any one of them. I could have picked any course that I want. She was fine with it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I had a hard time picking which one I wanted to study, because I want all of them. I want all of them, chat. I need to save up money so I can buy all of those courses. I want all of them. I love her stuff. And because I only had one that I could pick, I had to think really hard of which course I wanted to review. And the reason why I chose the art, drawing, and cutting one, and you know, like, I'm really grateful I got to choose this course to review, because I firmly believe that the way you draw and cut up your Live2d VTuber model is what's going to determine how high quality your model will be. Because let's be honest here, you can be like Iron Vertex, for crying out loud, but if your model is not drawn and cut up properly, you're not going to be able to have like super fluid movement. And I firmly feel like if you are trying to have, I guess I want to say, like, the most expressive version of yourself, that is the best course to get. And that is why I chose to take that one, because one, I kind of struggle with drawing, and especially since the stuff that she teaches in that course, she taught me a lot of stuff that I feel like I should have known about Clip Studio Paint that I did not know. Such as, there's like my gosh, I'm trying to remember what the tool name is. There's like a tool, like a selection tool that you can use where when you like select things, you can just fill them in instantly. She also showed me how to use the reference layer properly. And here's the thing, I watch a lot of art tutorials, right? And whenever I watch art tutorials on Clip Studio Paint, they show you stuff, but they don't really show you how to utilize just shortcuts in Clip Studio Paint. So I feel like, you know, if you're like a complete beginner and you don't know which course you'd want to take, because these are beginner friendly. And again, I've been working with Live2d for 3 years as well. I'm no expert. I am nowhere near like Yoshino, so I know quite a bit of stuff about it, but I still learned a bunch of new things because I do know a lot of stuff about drawing. I made my own like art layer separation guide last year, but I learned a lot of really new and cool things that could have made my life a lot easier and faster when making a model. So even if you're like a pro, this still might be worth an investment if there are some things that you would like a refresher on, and as well as learning more advanced techniques. So I would have to say, if you want to create a model from scratch and you want to just be a Live2d artist, I would say get her character design course and her art layers and cutting course. Get both of them. Because here's the thing. A lot of artists are really talented. Their art styles are amazing, but they suck at character design. They really do. That's me trying to be as respectful as possible, but character design is a whole other skill set. You can be an amazing artist. Does not mean that you're a good character designer. Does not mean you're good at making concepts. You just know how to make it look pretty. So I feel like if you want to focus mostly on the illustration side of things and just like make the Live2d art, get these two together. Don't just get like one. I say get both of them. If you have like a pretty general understanding on some Live2d stuff, like let's say you know how to like do basic like eye closing and smiling and like some mouth movements and stuff, but you want to focus more on like having really advanced movements, at least for like the face, because some people like they go all out with the face but then like they don't do anything with the body, or sometimes like when they make models they'll just kind of have everything be at like a consistent level of movement. I would either recommend getting the angle XY, because let's be honest here, nobody wants their VTuber models to only go like this. Yes, I'm talking about you male VTubers. Okay? Nobody just wants that. You should learn how to do this. And some of them, I haven't taken this tutorial at this course just yet, but I'd imagine you could probably go even farther than what I could do. Otherwise, like I said, if you want to do like more basic stuff and just kind of get your foot in the door, I would recommend the body XYZ and angle Z, because this pretty much right here, it's a lot more affordable and you would have enough like movements to kind of fake having the angles. So those are like, if you're a complete beginner and you're just not sure what to do, those would be the ones that I would personally recommend. Yoshino might say otherwise. This is just how I feel personally. So yes. She also mitigates some of the risk for buyers by selling it on a lesson by lesson base, so it's not all in. Yeah, and so when I got the folder, you know, she does say, you know, obviously don't share any provided contents. Duh. You would think that would be obvious, right? But yet people still do it because they suck. They suck. So yeah. Let me see here. Her video for it is about, for this particular course, I don't know how long the other videos are, but this one was like over an hour. It was like an hour and 15 minutes long. And it took me longer to review this because I had to take a lot of notes, because I'm the kind of person where I really like to just rewatch stuff to make sure I completely understand the entire like course material. And Oh my gosh. I'm trying to remember which shortcut it was on Clip Studio that she had shown me. But she showed me one. I always thought that when you're like cutting up a VTuber model, you should always like have the layers like already kind of separated. And you know, some of that stuff is true. Like some stuff you should just have like already separation in mind. There's other stuff that I would separate that apparently you really don't need to, and you can save yourself time on. Specifically with the hair. And I didn't know that. And the limbs. Like the way she does the body is like not separated. She separates it and cuts it after. I always, whenever I would draw the body, I would already be cutting it while drawing it. And no wonder why it would take me a million years to do. Yeah, no, I did not know you could do that. What's it called here? There's like a lot of other practical stuff where after watching this, I kind of thought to myself, wow, that sounds like it would be very simple. Such as, you know, if you're doing like eye makeup and stuff, instead of just drawing the eye makeup right near the lash, she recommends that you take like the eye makeup and draw all over the eyeball. Because when you're rigging, it makes the rigger not have to like stretch out your eye makeup and make it look really bad and low quality. You would think that would be obvious, right? It's really not. So, Live2d artists out there who draw this tiny little thin line of makeup are like giving the Live2d modelers a headache. I swear, like the amount of hoops Live2d modelers have to go through to make a high quality model, like little things like that can really affect your model. So what I will say is, seeing her do all the drawing in the first half of the video and then cutting in the second half showed me that, like you said, you don't need to have so many layers when making everything because, you know, I personally would get really confused and overwhelmed trying to plan every single layer to pre-cut it. Also, her tips for cutting is something that I think every artist who wants to actually be legit needs to see. Because, like, besides the eye makeup and stuff too, she also explains how to do shading. Now, she doesn't like go into like complete detail on how to shade and render hair and stuff, but she does show you how to do shading to get interesting shadows on your model. So if you like look at my model, do you notice how like where my arms are, there's shadows that move? But did you notice that like my collar on my shirt, that shadow does not move? And that's because this, the art of this, the shadow was already merged onto the clothing. Whereas the shadow was separated on the sleeves. She shows you how to actually like properly use shadows for Live2d rigging to get a dynamic movement. Especially since you can see like the shadows on my hair too. What's it called? She said she doesn't like mind me showing you some of the tips that I'm talking about, by the way. So don't worry. Don't think that like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get in trouble for spilling all the beans. I'm just kind of showing you like things that kind of stuck in my head when I was watching it and like I thought would be like highlights. Yeah, it's like something that you don't notice, right? And I feel like a lot of like Live2d artists don't take a lot of that into consideration. And I'm really thankful that she really sits down and goes in depth for it. If you watch any of her tutorials, she always has been like that, where she will explain, like she will show you what she's doing, and then she will also explain why she is doing it that way. That is something I have definitely sampled from her when I would make my tutorials, because I really liked how she did that, because no one else did that. So I would try to do that too. And it is just very helpful. Like, I don't know why when people like make art guides and stuff, they're like, yeah, so you do this, and then you do this, and then you do this. And it's like, they never explain why. They never explain why that is like the right practice, or like why that's like the best course to go about that. I'm specifically talking about when they're doing additive and multiple layers, by the way. Those channels know who they are. But yes. Let me see here. I think when she did a really good job with explaining her process and why she was doing everything, because I never realized I have been paying for Clip Studio Paint for 3 years and I wasn't even utilizing the majority of the tools that would make this go by faster. I know not everyone uses Clip Studio Paint, but I will say, out of all the art programs that you can use, I personally am biased towards Clip Studio because it's like the most versatile and flexible program, and pretty much like everyone uses it compared to like Photoshop and stuff. I know some people really like using Photoshop, and you do need to use Photoshop sometimes for like Live2d artwork and stuff if you're checking the PSDs, but you can still look at PSDs in Clip Studio Paint too. I just think it's my personal preferred program for Live2d model art. You didn't notice the shadow on the sleeves? Yeah, it's definitely it's definitely something to take into consideration. That's for sure. I don't know. I feel like when I was watching this, she showed me so many like fast shortcuts in Clip Studio Paint. Like, I kind of want to do a stream where we do like a Live2d rigging challenge. I do not have the energy to do it today. I don't know if you can tell my voice is a little messed up right now. I'm getting sick. But I would love to do like a Live2d drawing challenge where we draw some models as like quickly as possible. And thanks to Yoshino, I think I can actually do it. I think it's not going to take me 24 hours to like draw. I think I can actually do it. I think I can. Now, what I will say about this course, it is only an hour, right? Which means she is showing you how to like draw in the sense of preparing it for Live2d. This course is not going to show you how to have correct anatomy and like learn how to draw a hand and stuff. It's not like a teaching you how to draw, but it does teach you how to draw. But it only teaches you specifically Live2d drawings. That is why she includes the bases on it, I believe, because people who might have wanted her to make like a, I want you to teach me, you know, anatomy and like how to have like proper body proportions and stuff. That is not what this course is. So I don't want you to like buy it thinking that's what is going to be included, because that's not. What you could do though is like leave recommendations and comments under her videos and stuff and say, hey, I would love an actual illustration course where you teach me anatomy, different eye shapes and what that means, and like, you know, adjusting heights based off of your head count and everything like that. You know, like the art stuff, teaching you how to like understand anatomy and stuff. That could be a future course for her. She also does not show you how to render completely. She does show you some stuff with rendering. Like, for example, she'll show you how she goes about her highlights and like the tricks she uses for using the highlights in Live2d. But she does not teach you like her art style aesthetics. I'm not really sure how to get that. I hope you understand what I mean by this, right? Because there is a difference, right? There is a difference between someone showing you how they do their art styles versus someone showing you, hey, when you are drawing your highlights layer in your own art style, this is how you should go about the art layer's properties, you know, for it to work in Live2d. Meaning, like, for example, this is pretty public knowledge, but when you're making highlights, you can't use any specialty layers. The only layers that Live2d recognizes is multiply and additive. You can't use overlay. You can't use like, oh my gosh, what's like another one that people use? It's like let me see here. You can't use divide. You can't use soft lights or glow dodge and stuff. You can't use any of those. It's literally just the additive layer. So she shows you how to like fake certain effects with just like the additive and multiple layers, and like how to like use that for Live2d later on. So that's what I mean by she's showing you how to draw for Live2d. Not so much of a, I use this type of hair shine because it makes like the model's hair look super bouncy and, you know, it's not like that. Okay, I just want to make sure like that makes sense, because I know some people like, some people take things like, I don't know, way too literally. So I was like, I figured I would try to disclaim that. Because I don't want anyone to be like, I bought this because Mari recommended it to me and it didn't have, you didn't teach me how to draw toes. I wanted a toe tutorial, Yoshino. Give me a toe tutorial. That's a tongue twister. To toe tutorial. You should. By the way, she did make the foot model. So if you've ever gone on Twitter and you've seen like VTubers messing around with like a foot model, that was Yoshino who made that. So maybe we could ask her to show us a tutorial on how to render toes. That would be great. I fake all my effects all the time. So I know I'm hyping up this tutorial a lot, but there is some feedback I would like to give on this class. Like, yes, I did get this class for free. So yeah, there is some like biasy from that, sure. But I do have feedback and Yoshino knows me. I'm going to be honest with my feedback. So there are like some things that I did notice when I was watching it. One, Yoshino's tutorials have always kind of been like this, even on like her free stuff. But I do know that she, struggles sometimes when she's doing her subtitles, and like that's totally fine. I don't have like any issues with that. But when I was watching the video, I noticed that like she included like different segments on like what she was working on throughout the whole video, but there weren't like timestamps. So if like I wanted to go back to rewatch the stuff that she was saying when she was like rendering, like drawing the hair, I have to kind of like hover over with my mouse on like the bar to try to figure out, okay, where does the hair part start and stuff. So even though like she has like the subtitles and stuff included, I still have to kind of like scrub through to find it and look for like the subtitle where it says that's the hair part. Let me see here. So what I would really like for like these courses is to have timestamps for each part of the section to make it easier for people to like navigate and rewatch certain parts that they may have missed. Also, there was one part where she was drawing the hair, and she showed you like the whole part on how she had where she shows you like the different layer sections. So for example, she shows you how when you're drawing like the hair and the bangs, you need to draw over the line art that you see, because there's hair that exists in your bangs like when they collide like this, right? So if you don't like draw excess hair and stuff, when people go to like use it in Live2d and like start rigging, there's gonna be like these weird gaps. So she shows you how to go about making like the hair for this, which is great. But she only shows you kind of like the line art and then the base coloring for it. When she gets towards like the cutting part of it and she's starting to like render and shade stuff, after she like shows you her trick with the highlight stuff, it goes from like kind of like the base color to in like a little bit of like the start of her shade guide to just a fully rendered hair piece. And I was like, I would have really liked to watch her shade and render her hair. I would have really liked to see that process. But I know she probably wanted to save time and not have like dead air in the video, even if like you speed it up. But honestly, I personally love seeing the entire process, even if it might feel like dead air, because my ADHD brain is like, I'm a a very visual person. And sometimes taking like those few minutes of the speed paint, watching her like render the hair shading and stuff, it might help me like remember a bit better because I have a moment to like digest all the information. Because like the entire 1 hour and 15 minutes, it's information, information, information. It does not stop. So anyone who like watches, you know, a Mr. Beast video with all the retention stuff, you don't have a time, like a moment to like sit there and like really think about what you had just learned. So it did take me a couple times to do that, but that's also because like I have ADHD. So maybe some of you who are like not neurodivergent probably don't really care, or like you won't have that much of a difficult time. But I really would have loved to just watch her like render hair. Like something about that is like relaxing to me, and I would have loved to see it. But again, this course was not focused on her art style and her aesthetics. So I completely understand. I just would have really liked to see it. It was really pretty hair stuff. Yeah. That's just kind of like, what's it called? That's like a personal preference for me. So I'm sure other people probably would have found that boring. And she wanted to like mostly focus on like this specific information on why it makes more sense to, oh my gosh, let me look at it. There was one part where she's like showing off the eye cutting, right? Listen, Yoshino, you got some like guts for saying what you said in that course, okay, about the eye, because I'm not even kidding. So like when you're cutting up the eye, she's like you don't want to just like lasso it and then just press the cut button, because do you see this? Do you see like this really weird awkward like line thing? Yeah, that doesn't look good. Don't do that. And you want to know something? My old model files all had that. It's in like, she explains what the better way to go about that is, but I'm not even kidding you. I'm pretty sure any Live2d artists who like, I don't know, they all do this. They all do this. Like even when I looked at my friends' models and stuff and they show me their PSDs, they all have these cut lines. And it's not just on their eyelashes, it's also on like where the arms and the legs are. And even some parts of the hair. And I know what that, and it just boggles my mind how every artist does that. And like Yoshino's like, yeah, I don't know why everyone like does this, because it doesn't look good. This is like, you know, there's like better ways to do this. And I always went about it as when I'm drawing, I would just have the layers already separated. So when I would go draw the main eyelash, I would have just that on one layer, and then I would already draw the side eyelash already. I don't have to do that. That takes up a lot of time. She just shows me a way faster way to do it. And I was just like, wow, I feel like a dumbass. Point says nothing. I'm so sorry, my son. I definitely did not draw your stuff correctly, and now I know better. Now I know what I mean, it is not like I did a terrible job, but there's definitely, I could have drawn your stuff way faster. Now that I know what I know, I could have done this a way faster. Your model can add the tears. Yeah, I do have flowing tears. Yes, I do. You would like to watch speed paints or speed modeling, which includes full thing for, yeah. I mean, again, like that's not what the course is mostly focusing on, but we can always like let her know. Like, hey, maybe in the future she can show us like how to render, because she said she's down to like try to, you know, she wants to make more courses like this. So as long as we like tell her like, hey, I would really like this, she'll do it. Believe it or not, everybody, leaving feedback can be really important for stuff like this, because we, like even me, I want to make tutorials for all of you. I want to make advice videos, but I don't know what kind of videos you want, because like when I get feedback on my videos, it's usually always a, can you teach me how to like make a VTuber model on mobile? And I'm like a Live2d? Like, And then some people will be like, can you like, it's mostly like troubleshooting too. It's like, I followed your tutorial, but it didn't work. And I'm like, well, what didn't work about it? They're like, I don't know. I'm like, well, what did you do? And then they'll tell me a bit, and I'll be like, Okay, you just forgot to toggle on the layer. And they're like, oh, yeah, feedback like this really helps. Big guy was better split than he. Yeah, I mean, I drew that like way after too. I want to eventually redraw all of my children with like the new knowledge I learned. And I want to like work on my art style because I kind of want to get back into drawing. So I'm kind of thinking maybe with like Yoshino's art base and stuff, maybe we could do some fun art challenges where we draw like certain characters. Like maybe I can have all of the YouTube members here, which join the YouTube membership if you would like to have voting power on future content. But I'm probably going to ask my members to vote for some different characters that we speed paint. I'm thinking about doing that. So I don't know, wouldn't it be really cool if we made like a, I don't know, what's something like some anime characters, or I don't know, maybe Ronald McDonald or something. Like I'll have the voting power be done by the members. Forgetting to toggle the layers sounds like me. Listen, you have to make sure your layers are turned on when you export in a Live2d, or else it will not export. I didn't know that when I first did it. So let me give you an example here. So, this is the very first model that I rigged in Live2d. And as you can see here, do you see like the movement for it and stuff? And like, you know, the bounce and everything, and like the head stuff here. And like that, yeah? Yeah? Who remembers Long Neck Mari? Who remembers Long Neck Mari? Yeah, Long Neck Mari's pretty cursed. I don't know why I did that, but, you know, this model can also, like, do a knee bend. And I have steppies. Do you want to know how I learned how to do this? I learned this because of Yoshino. I watched her stuff 3 years ago, and I did all of this in like a week. You can probably kind of tell that I did this in a week. And that's why, like I said, when she came out with a dedicated course that will, you know, start you from the very beginning of making your concept all the way to a fully rigged model, I wanted to pee. I was so excited. I almost peed. Okay. So like, sure, there's other YouTube videos out there, and there's tons of free content out there, and Yoshino will continue to make free stuff too. But the problem is that you have to find all of that yourself and sift through it. Do you want to know what my bookmark folder looks like of just different Live2d tips and tricks? I have over 1,000 bookmarks just solely on Live2d tips and tricks. Most of it's in Japanese or Chinese. So it's really nice to just not have to have 1,000 bookmarks of all the tips and tricks and have to sift through trying to find that one nuanced thing I'm trying to learn when making my model. So yes, even though there are free options out there, and like she said, it's not something you have to get, but it's definitely, like she said, it is a cheat code. Okay? It is definitely a cheat code. And I think if you're like a complete beginner who wants like a very trusted and reputable source, then I think her class is definitely for you. Let me swap out of this now. For something that was done in a week. Done in a weekend, done 3 years ago. I have trouble doing some really simple tasks of following a well-explained tutorial sometimes. Definitely feels like I'd be in trouble. So, what's it called? what I like about her stuff in particular is that, again, she kind of explains why she does things a certain way. So I'm still like taking notes on her class because, you know, unfortunately, I would love to show you a model that I had like created and prepared using her stuff, but as you can tell, I'm very sick right now. So I would like to take another stream where we do like speed painting challenges, because I have her base, right? So because I have her base, I don't want to show you her base on stream because I want to respect her rules. So like I don't think she would be that bothered by it if I'm drawing over it, but I would rather like trace over the base first and just have the base already drawn, so that way I'm not showing you the base and then we would draw over it. But we can always do that another day, because I need us to vote on what kind of character we should draw on it. But yeah, I would really like to do something like that because her stuff is so straightforward. It really is. I kind of really want to try her character design too. That like I'm waiting until I get paid again because I would really like to try the character design course. And I want to see how good or bad I am at coming up with a character concept and stuff. Cause like, yeah, it says that she teaches you how to like choose a name for your VTuber model, a general branding and theme, and finding references and writing a sheet. And she gives you like a template too. That's actually kind of nice. And then sketching like the design out. Yeah, I really want to try that. I think that'd be really cool. I also would really like to eventually, in the future, get her gluing tutorial because that is stuff that I really struggle with. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning. I think another course I really want to try in the future is going to have to be... I might honestly try the body XYZ and angle Z because like I said, learning like all the shortcuts for that, I can like I could probably like speed paint making a model completely from scratch. Remember how I did that one tutorial? Not tutorial. Remember that one challenge where I rigged a Live2d VTuber model in 24 hours? I didn't draw that model. That model was already drawn for me. But how cool would it be to do like a 24-hour challenge where we draw it and like come up with a completely brand new concept for it and then get the complete rigging done within 24 hours? That would be really cool. I would like to do something like that in the future. So, you know, make sure you support the channel so that way I can save up money to buy the rest of her courses so I can learn all the shortcuts and how to speed rush that. And maybe then I will reopen my Live2d model commissions. I'm glad that you like the model. See, I didn't do the rigging or the drawing for this. The drawing for this model is made from zucchini, and the rigging is done from a matcha chamomile. Did an amazing job on this. But what's it called? Part of like when I was reviewing the course, she said like all I had to do was just like, you know, write a review and stuff. And I was like, no, I'm gonna go above and beyond that. No. I'm gonna make a whole stream talking about this course. Because I feel like one, people don't know how to read. They don't like reading. And then two, there's just, as you can tell, that I've been sitting here rambling about it for an hour. I had a lot I wanted to say about it. Also, it's just really nice for like me to be able to sit here and like gush over Yoshino's stuff, because hopefully she ever, you know, she reviews this and stuff and sees it. Hopefully it like shows her just how much of an influence she had on me during my VTubing journey when I was trying to learn how to get all this stuff done. Because there was like a lot of like tips and stuff that I had learned just kind of like watching other people that I didn't quite understand why they were doing the things that they were doing. And I'm just very appreciative that Yoshino takes the time to explain all of that. That is like my favorite thing about her. I'm very, very thankful for her. So thank you so much, Yoshino, for letting me try your your art layers cutting guide. Like, thank you so much. I'm so happy I got to try Yoshino's class 2023, and I really hope you do something in 2024. Please, we need the toe tutorial. We need it. Okay. We need it. We need to see rendered toes. Other than that, like, there's really not that much other feedback that I have besides like just time stampings, and I really would like to see full rendered versions because, like, it's a complete package, I think. And I think now that I did this, I am probably going to try to finish my current art commissions I have, because I got 2 VTuber models that I want to draw. That is okay, I do have one more feedback for Yoshino. Yoshino, I would really love a male tutorial. I know you said that you've mostly focused on females. I know, because everybody wants to learn how to make jiggly booba. But Yoshino, please, Yoshino, please, I'm struggling to draw males. Please make me a Live2d course showing me how to rig male VTuber models. I'm struggling making them not look so stiff. Yoshino, please, I need it. I need jiggly fluid male movements, please. I need a pecs tutorial. I want to see jiggly male pecs. Like, I need that. Listen. There's some Live2d modelers who make bulges, okay? That is a thing. All right, that is a thing. I've seen it on Twitter. I have it bookmarked somewhere in my 1,000 bookmarks. But I would love. I don't care if you have to charge another $1,000 to rebuild it from scratch like you did for the females. I would love it. That is totally worth it. That is 110% worth it. We need more male VTuber guides. We really, really do. I'm like one of the few artists who will draw males. I am one of the few. And I am struggling so much trying to learn the male way, okay? I would love that, please. She is my senpai, so please make sure you support my senpai and check out some of her classes, okay? I have her classes linked in the description of this video. I also linked her actual YouTube videos, so if you wanted to like hear the information from her describing her classes in her own words, I recommend checking those out. And yeah, yes, jiggly male movement. Yes, we need that. We really do. How would you all like that though? Would you all like us to do some art streams this week? Maybe I can work on like what's it called? I have some commissions I need to finish, so maybe we could spend this week me finishing up my commissions, and then because I don't want to start a new Live2d project until I finish my commissions. I think it's a little unfair to do that to my commissionees. So how about this? How about tomorrow I work on one of my commissionees models. We'll try to get that done this week, and then we'll try to get done my other male clients, get his model done. Maybe spend like a week on that, and then after we could do some Live2d challenge stuff. You know, we'll sprinkle in some like commentary stuff and some advice, you know, and Q&As in between each drawing lesson, because I can't draw every single day. And yes, I know you're supposed to draw and practice rigging every single day because the best way to get done is but you know, sometimes you're ADHD, sometimes you just want to do other stuff, and I think it's okay to take a break sometimes to talk about stuff and things that are on your mind, okay? So yeah. The only Live2d modeler who I know does jiggly males is, I think his name is Kevinar or something. He's like the only one that I know of. And I honestly think that Yoshino could do it. I think she could. She's more than capable. I am going to save up money to buy the rest of her courses. I don't know if I should make a dono goal or if I should just eat ramen noodles for like the next month to save up for it. I think I want to do that though. It is worth it. It is 100% worth it. And I'm like, yes, I know how to do like the basics for things, but I really want to learn how to rig faster. That is what I want. I want to invest to learn how to do things faster and more efficiently. Oh, you know what, Yoshino? You know what I would really love to see you do too? So there's like there's some Live2d modelers who can make their model have the front facing view and then completely turn around and have their back showing. I don't know if you know how to do that, but if you do, I would pay top dollars to learn how to do that. I have like an idea of how you do it where it's like you're swapping the keyframes, like when you're I have two ideas for it. Either one, you toggle it where you kind of like puppeteer where you turn your model like this and then you toggle it and it like, fakes it like you're turning. Or two, you have it like set to where you toggle on a parameter so that way when you turn your head completely, it will then swap it over automatically. That's like my ideas about it, but I don't know. So I would love to see what you think about that. As well as I would really love to see a video course on what's it called? I'm trying to remember what it's called. Does she have a course on animations? No, she does not actually. That's what I would really like. I remember she mentioned about doing arm toggles and stuff. I would love an animations course. So for example, one of my other models here, I'll show you. I have an idle animation. So when the tracking gets lost on my model, I do this, guys. You see that? I fell asleep, chat, and then I woke up. I would love to learn how to do that. I think that would be an amazing course to have. And not even just that per se, just animations in general, things like that. There are some insane Live2d animations that I've seen like other modelers enter for the Live2d yearly awards where, oh my gosh, I cannot think of this person's name off the top of my head, but basically she has a model where she can like toggle certain animations that make her like, stand like this. And then out of nowhere, her arms will just go on her hips like this and she'll lean forward and and you can still be tracking the face in that position. So she completely like swapped the position toggles. So like, you know how like if you arm toggles, right? She made it that way the hands are on the hip and she goes into a power stance and leans forward, but you can still control the head and the face and stuff. Like I said, I have theories and ideas on how you can do that, but I would love a Yoshino class 2024 on that. I think that is something that I would pay top dollar for. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah. Double key talk. It could be. Like I said, I have theories about how you go about doing it. But, again, I'm a very visual person. So even though I have ideas on how things might be done, I'm still not entirely sure on how to go about it. Also, when you can buy her, One-san, and when you buy like the Live2d version of it, she shows you like how to set up in VTube Studio, and she has like let me show you. It's this one right here. She has like different toggles for it where you can change it to blonde, to pink, and to black. You can change like the eye colors and stuff, and like thin and thickening the lips. And she also has this really cool like she has the cat ear and tail toggles, but she has mommy to kawaii slider where basically she lets you customize the eye shape, okay? You can have really cutesy eyes or you can have super sexy eyes. Yoshino, I don't know if the classes you have here, when you have like the I one or like physics and stuff, I don't know if that kind of stuff is included in these classes. I might have to like DM her and ask her, but if it's not, I would love a class. Or like, if you don't think that's like enough information, if that's not like, if that's like something just simple to do and you just want to make like a normal YouTube video about it, I would just love a video on how to rig a model that has customizable and adjustable parameters like that, because I've been seeing a lot of Live2d artists and stuff selling these, you know, Live2d files where you can customize it in VTube Studio, but I don't know how you rig a model to do that. How you actually like rig it to set it up so that way when you export into VTube Studio, the program recognizes that's what you're doing. I don't know if that's like a blend shapes thing, or if you're having specific parameters that's allowing you to change the shape like that without it causing weird issues with the tracking. Like, I want to learn how to do that while also not making the model file too heavy, because my other model that I don't use anymore now is very heavy. It's a very, very heavy model because it's like the deformers are on it. So I would love to like have classes on that. That'd be really cool. Yeah, I like my ear movements too. Yeah. Oh, man. Let me put this down. So, with that being said, did any of you have any questions about the class or just things about Live2d and stuff? Today was going to be a pretty short stream, to be honest. Because I just kind of wanted to give like a full honest review about it. What about Loving by Fierce Eyes? Yeah. That would be really cool too, actually. I would like that. Who made my 3D model? Ice Mega did. Whenever I use my 3D model, so whatever model I end up showing on stream, I give the proper credits to who did the drawing and like the rigging for it. But for like the 3D model, that was made by Ice Mega. Yeah, I like the ear wiggles too. Okay. With that being said, you guys, as much as I would love to continue streaming, my voice is kind of very scratchy and disappearing. So I wanted to mostly just kind of review the course and give like my thoughts about it. I think tomorrow what we'll do is we'll start finishing up my art commissions and stuff. And we could do some fun Live2d challenges. I'm so ready for that. I am so ready to do stuff like that. I think that'll be a lot of fun. And maybe we can try to raise some money to help me buy her other courses, and we can like incorporate unique challenges with that, because I have ideas. I have ideas to do Live2d rigging challenges with just the free version of Live2d Cubism. I would really like to... I have like other really fun ideas that I want to do that I don't completely want to give away just yet. But yes, I have a lot of really cool future plans of art, and I want to start drawing more. So now that I got this course down in the way and I have all my tools, I want to try speed running these. So yeah, I hope you all are looking forward to that. And of course, you know, if you like to hang out with me more, feel free to join our Discord. The link is in the description. And if you really want to check out Yoshino's courses, the link is also in the description for all of that. So yeah, please go give Yoshino art lots of love. She really is my Live2d senpai. I'm not joking when I say that. Yoshino, if you're watching this, I love you so much. Like, thank you for everything that you have done and giving me this opportunity to review your class. I am so grateful. Yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Hopefully my throat, you know, feels better and like I'm not so scratchy and stuff. So please, let's hope, okay? All right, everyone, you have a good night or a day, and thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll talk to you all again tomorrow, okay? And remember, everything reminds you of something.